Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to share 7 beginner tips for acrylic painting that you need to know. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe for more free acrylic painting lessons. Tip 1. Using masking tape. When you need to use masking tape on your painting, make sure you have enough of it. But don't stick it on right away, it might tear your paper. Instead, stick it on another surface first to make it less sticky, then put it on your paper or canvas. Tip 2. Blending colors with a brush. If blending colors with a brush is tough, it might be because you haven't learned it the best way yet. First, get your colors ready on your palette. A good trick is to use a color wheel to choose colors that go well together. For example, use a cool color like green and a warm color like red. Start by dipping your brush in water, then dry it a little on a tissue so it's not too wet. Take some green paint on your brush and gently press it onto your paper. Start with green since it's not as strong as red. Then, add the red color the same way. Be careful not to use too much red because it spreads more. Finally, use a dry brush to gently blend the colors together, starting from the center. This will make your painting look smoother. Tip 3. Blending with a sponge. Blending with a sponge can be tricky because you don't have as much control as with a brush. But don't worry, you can use any sponge you have. Start by applying the lighter color first, pressing harder so the color covers the area you want. Then, switch to the other color using a clean side of the sponge. Leave a small gap between the two colors at first, and blend gently. Don't press too hard while blending. This technique isn't for smooth blending, but it's great for creating texture, like bushes or trees. Tip 4. Wet on dry. Wet on dry means your paper is dry and you're painting with a wet brush. You'll see how the colors blend together this way. Tip 5. Wet on wet. Wet on wet means you first wet your paper with a brush, then add paint. It's easier to blend colors together, kind of like working with watercolor. Tip 6. Texture painting. Texture painting doesn't need much blending. Just mix your colors on your palette and apply them directly to the paper, like when making a flower. It might take a little longer to dry, but the great thing about acrylic paint is that it sticks well and dries fast. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about acrylic paint, leave a comment below and I'll answer. See you in the next lesson.